Let me know if either of these describes you. You went ham on collecting the Kamen Rider Gotchard cards and are wondering what else you can do with them. Or maybe you've been debating whether or not to collect the cards and need a good enough reason to get started. Well then, do I have the solution for both of these problems? Introducing Chemy Clash, the unofficial way to play with the official Ride Chemy Cards of Kamen Rider Gotchard. The objective of Chemy Clash is to test your luck and strategic thinking by making pairs of Chemys whose levels reach or get as close to 10 as possible. This game is super easy to understand, but before we get into how to play, let's talk about what you need. Each player will need a deck consisting of 20 Ride Chemy cards. Make sure they're all sleeved with identical card sleeves since each card has a different back illustration. You can build your deck with your favorite Chemys from the show, as long as they follow these restrictions. Your deck may contain up to 2 cards of the same name. This is so each deck may have a balanced and fair variety of Chemy cards within it. Your deck may contain up to 4 different Legend Rider cards. Most if not all of these cards are level 5, so it'd be pretty easy to hit 10 if you stuffed your deck with these cards. Your deck may contain up to 1 level 10 or EX card. These are wild cards that are designated a value of your choosing when you play them. They have incredible game-winning potential, so consider them wisely. If you own a lot of these cards, you may already be familiar with the Ride Chemy Cards composition, but let's go over the main parts you'll need to know to play Chemy Clash. This is the Chemy's level. This is the main critical piece of information, as your goal is to combine 2 Chemy levels to get as close to 10 without going over. The winner of each round is determined by who is the closest to 10 after all special rulings are resolved, but if you go over 10, you automatically lose. We'll talk more about these special rulings later. This is the Chemy's attribute icon. This designates the Chemy's attribute and is mainly looked at in conjunction with the next piece, the Chemy's hint icon. This designates the attribute of its corresponding Chemy. The way each Chemy's attribute and hint icons interact with each other will determine those previously mentioned special rulings when playing the game. Now it's time to go over gameplay. There are 4 phases in Chemy Clash: Draw Phase, Set Phase, Rise Phase, and Clash Phase. There is a sub phase after Draw Phase, but we'll get to that later. It'd be easy for me to explain the game, but it'd be even easier for you to see it in action. So, to help me with this, I'm gonna call upon 2 great alchemists to help us out, Ichinose Hotaro and Kurogane Spanner. Thanks, Zoro. I love Chemy, so I'm excited to play. How about you, Spanner? Just don't slow me down. I'm leagues ahead of you, so I'm gonna do just fine in this game. Okay, a little bit of tension there, but let's get into it. I'll go ahead and help you both out. Don't bother, I catch on quick. It's okay, Zoro, you can help me out. Haha, alrighty then. Everyone ready? Let's Chemy Clash. First, both players will place their decks in the deck zone on your right. Now let's go into the draw phase, where each player will draw 5 cards. Easy enough, right? Don't patronize me. Okay, next up is the set phase. You'll be placing 1 Chemy card in the Chemy Rise Zone A. This will be your main Chemy. Hotaro, you can go first. Alright, I'll go ahead and place this Energel in Chemy Rise Zone A. Great, now choose 3 Chemys in your hand to place face down in your alchemy zone. In the next phase, your opponent is going to choose one of these 3 cards to move into your Chemy Rise Zone B, and the levels of your cards in the A and B zones will be used to determine your victory. So make sure you don't put anything in there that'll get you over. Okay, I'll put these 3 cards down and end my set phase. Alright, Spanner, your turn. I'll put Ant Trooper in my Chemy Rise Zone A and place these 3 in my alchemy zone. Great, now moving on to the Rise phase. In the same order, each player will choose one of their opponent's 3 cards in their alchemy zones to move up into their Chemy Rise Zone B. You can dictate which card you choose however you like, but the zones are also labeled 1 to 3 from left to right. Okay, I'll choose your Zone 1, and I'll choose your Zone 3. Now, both of you move the specified cards into Chemy Rise Zone B. Let's get ready to clash. At the end of the call, 3, 2, 1, Gachanko. Both of you will reveal your cards. Ready? I'm ready. Ready to lose, maybe. 3, 2, 1, Gachanko! Alright, let's see what we got. Hotaro, your combination is an Energel and Mechanicani. 4 plus 3 is 7. Not bad. Spanner, you got Ant Trooper and Sabo Needle. 5 plus 4 is... Oh, sorry, Hotaro. Spanner wins this one with his value of 9. What? So close. I told you wouldn't be a match for me. That was definitely a close one, so before we move on to the next round, the winner will place their winning pair in their gotcha zone on the left. So, Spanner, you can go ahead and place your winning pair there. The player who obtains 3 pairs in their gotcha zone first is the winner. I'll have this wrapped up in no time. So let's move all our cards back to our decks and reshuffle. The losing player always goes first, so Hotaro, you're up first again. Okay, so I can do... But wait up! You see how Spanner's winning pair had a difference of 1? That's called the exchange. Each round besides the first round, the losing player is allowed to return up to a certain number of cards to their deck and perform a redraw. This is known as the exchange and is the bonus phase after the draw phase. Oh, nice! So, let's see, I have this level 7 Stagvine in my hand, which is pretty high, so I'll return this back to my deck and redraw. Nice! Okay, so I'll put Mechanicani in my Chemy Rise Zone A, and there's so many choices. Here, let me help you. So you have some interesting options here, but you also have a lot of possible specials to activate. Specials? Yup, so let's look at this first one, the balance bonus. If your A Chemy's hint icon matches your B Chemy's attribute icon, you can add or subtract 1 to its total during the clash phase. Since Mechanicani's hint icon is vehicle, you can get this bonus with Mad Wheel. But also, since Mechanicani is an animal attribute, you can get this bonus with Paka Parka and Great Tombo, since their hint icons are animal. The balance bonus can occur when there is a match between the attribute and hint icons of either card, so keep an eye out on when it can be beneficial for you. The next one is the Synergy Surge, which occurs when both your A and B Chemies share the same attribute icon. This boost grants your total a +1 to your total levels. Keep in mind this boost is not optional, so if you get Supari Heavy, you can get yourself to 10, but the Synergy Surge will tip you over, so that may not be ideal. You have 1 not so good choice, but 3 good ones. Okay, I'll go ahead and choose these 3 and end my set phase. Alright, I'll play Sasuke Maru in my Chemy Rise Zone A and place these cards in my Alchemy Zone. Okay, then I'll choose to rise your Zone 3 card, and I'll choose your Zone 1. 3, 2, 1, Gachanko! Whoa, see Hotaro, you did it! Even though your Mechanicani and Mad Wheel are at a total of 9, the balance bonus lets you raise it to 10. Whoa, I did it! Gah, I was so close! He actually was pretty close. If you chose his Bakuan Zemi, he would have hit a perfect 10, and if you chose his Ant Trooper, he would have been at 11, but could use the balance bonus to subtract 1 and be at 10. Wow, so it's all about making sure all of your options are good, right? Yup, and making sure you make the most out of your exchange phase if you have it to put the best cards in your hand. Now, you can place your winning pair in the Gotcha Zone and let's start the next round. So, since I lost, I start this next one, right? And my exchange is 3, so I'll go ahead and return these 2 to my deck and draw 2 more. Oh, interesting. Alright, let's set Dokiri Majin in my Chemy Rise Zone A and place these 3 cards face down. Uh-oh, it sounds like he's got something good cooking up. But Hotaro, your hand is looking good too. Yeah, wait, Deep Mariner and Venom Dake? You got it. Alright, let's go ahead and place Deep Mariner in my Chemy Rise Zone A and place these 3 cards face down. I will rise your Zone 1. You know what? I'll also rise your Zone 1. 3, 2, 1, Gachanko! Whoa, Spanner played a level 10! Wait, so does he go to 12 and lose? Not quite. Level 10 and EX cards are sort of your wild cards here, so he can now give it whatever value he wants to. That's right, so I'll give it an 8. Just make sure you pay attention to when you play these wild cards. If you play it in your Chemy Rise Zone A during your set phase, you have to declare its value before the clash phase. That may or may not be beneficial, but also this isn't really beneficial in this case since you have... That's right, Deep Mariner and Venom Dake, a perfect pair. Since Deep Mariner's attribute icon matches Venom Dake's hint icon and vice versa, this is a perfect pair and is an unbreakable victory. So even though Spanner has a 10 combination, your perfect pair beats it out and you win. What? Alright, now I'm getting this. It's easy, right? Pay attention to these different types of matchups when building your deck. I'll let you two hash out the rest of this game from here. Alright, thanks Zoru. I'm not holding back, Spanner. I wouldn't have it any other way. Chemy Clash is made to play with most if not all of the officially released Ride Chemy cards, so go wild when building your deck with all your favorite Chemys. I hope this video helped you understand the mechanics behind Chemy Clash, and I hope you have fun playing it with your friends. You can always refer to the materials in the video description below, or let me know on Twitter if you have any ruling questions, or just if you're having a good time. This has been your Alchemist, King Zoru, signing off, and happy clashing.